One. I bet.
Mm-hmm.
We back. We back. And we back. Man, feels good to be back. Back on the pod.
Mm-hmm.
Back on the grind. Been away too long, man.
Little hiatus, man. Had to take care of some health issues. Spinal.
Spinal. You heard you were sick. Heard something happened to your back. What can you tell us what happened?
I broke my back.
Was it a vertebrae? Was it
Spinal? The hell is wrong with Mike Tyson, man?
Oh my goodness. What a guy. What a guy. Let me go retweet this stuff.
I'm about to say, did you send it out yet? Yeah. So I can copy and paste it to send it out.
Oh, it go up as soon as we go live on Twitter.
On Twitter, huh?
Yeah, it go up as soon as we go live.
I need that to come on.
Oh wait, why am I on the three-way deal page? Tune in, yo.
First class.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I'm bumping that all summer.
I know y'all ain't singing Jack Harlow in my ears.
That's that
I'm
man music.
singing Fergie.
You would no.
I'm rapping Jack Harlow.
Boy,
There's a difference now. Ad-libs Jack Harlow, yes.
I am disgusted.
Nobody cares what you are, brother.
All right, man. Excuse me.
Do. Shout out Narvar.
Shout out Aardvarks.
Shout out to Arthur the Aardvark, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, big news ahead of Game 5 for the Suns and the Pelicans.
Devin Booker's playing.
No,
Absolutely not.
but Scott Foster is officiating.
Oh God.
So basically, Devin Booker is playing. I mean, no, my bad. He's not playing. Just add another superstar to the Pelicans. That's basically what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. That's disgusting. You know, he's refed like 31 James Harden and Chris Paul games in the playoffs, and they only have one win between the two of them.
That's crazy.
One win between Chris Paul and James Harden. Like, that has to be investigated at some point, right? Like, at some point, somebody got to put a stop to this.
Foster just don't like that flopping business, yo. That's all it is.
Harden don't be flopping, though.
Back now he don't.
I mean, nah, he don't be flopping. He be crafty with it. He like the hook niggas, you know what I'm saying? Hook arms and shit.
I'm not mad at him.
He a crafty nigga.
I ain't mad at him, brother. Listen, if they
then he flop after though. Mm-hmm.
He don't score enough for me, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely not now. Hell yeah. What the hell going on, bro?
Oh, Harden lost his first step. He's done, man. Not everybody got LeBron longevity and can, be the fastest player on the planet until you're 34 years old. Harden, 32? Yeah, I think Harden turned 32 this year. Let me make sure. But he just don't have that explosion, that first step quickness no more, man.
32. Yeah, and he fat, so.
He been in the league since 09, bro. Harden is 32. He'll be 33 in August, man.
Bro, like, we've been watching these guys for a minute.
Forever. For a decade plus.
For a minute.
And for how many years was Harden one of the 7 or 8 best players in the league? As soon as he left OKC. So from right then.
2014.
So from 2012 to 2020, I guess. 2020, yeah. So for them 9 seasons, Harden was giving youngins 29, 8, and 6, man. We gotta cherish him a little bit, but he cooked now, bro. He cooked. Can't
Definitely
get
could.
to a step back. He can't get to the line for real.
At
It
least he
ain't.
can still do everything else. He still grab you a couple boards. He can still get
Oh
you
yeah, he's
10
still an
plus
elite
assists.
floor general.
Yeah, and he still get you 10 plus assists. So
Yeah.
he's just
As soon as Philly gets, Tobias Harris off that team, I think you'll see a little bit more because what Tobias does, since he's not a spot up shooter, when he gets the ball wide open, he's gonna dribble that shit. He's gonna dribble into a contested two. So we'll see Harden numbers go up a little bit, man.
I hope. I was really feeling it going, in the regular season, but then Harden want to
Yeah, he
start
played
showing his ass.
good. He played
He
good.
want to start showing his ass in the playoffs, man. I hate it.
Yeah,
I,
Philly.
I blame Doc Rivers though. It's on him. I blame him.
Not Glenn Rivers now. I can't blame it on Glenn this time, even though he is, just a historically bad adjustments coach in the playoffs.
Man, that's gotta suck, bro. And Embiid, that nigga, he's obviously in a lot of pain. It's very apparent.
That thumb is messed up, bro. And can't lean on Maxey for everything now. I like Maxey a lot. I really do. But he ain't ready for that, yo.
Well, he better get ready.
No, you got glasses on, yo.
I've been wore glasses. I wore glasses on the show before. Why is this
I
something new?
swear to God, maybe I don't know. Them different glasses.
Well, I'm more blind than you.
Yo, those his designer frames, yo.
Yeah, just them Jones Joe Burrow was wearing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the most blind. I'm the most blind of the three.
Oh, that's a lot.
I don't know, man.
I've had glasses since middle school, brother. I can't see at all.
I had it
I don't
since
know, man.
I can't see at all.
high school. When I was at No Point for the short time, they called me squinting because I broke my glass. I couldn't see.
Call him squinting. Sorry, Don.
They wouldn't have called me that because I couldn't see at all. So I was just gonna keep my eyes closed. Ain't no reason to squint.
I had to sit up in the front, boy. I had to sit in the front. I still couldn't see it.
They wasn't calling you
next to the teacher.
They wasn't calling you Jordan from the Bernie Mac show, bro. You ain't.
Oh man, we used to cook real.
Boy, I used to get cooked every day. I just be sitting there just doing my work, just get cooked. 4 hours. Jordan from the Bernie Mac show.
Uncle Bernie.
So some niggas started just yelling shit at me. I'd be like, bro, I'm just trying to do my work.
It was cooking that boy, man.
Then I found contacts, and that changed the game.
I'm scared to put stuff in my eye, bro. I'm never gonna get contacts. I'm a boy have glasses until I'm 98 years old, son. I'm not even gonna live that long, but very long.
When I went in there to try them joints out, bro, I was in there for an hour and a half.
Them girls have been sliding down right
We
here.
was at the
I was determined though. I was not wearing glasses.
But as soon as I got that joint, I was like, "Yep, this joint's staying in for a couple days."
These joints gonna dry out in my eyes, so I don't care.
I said I'm finna be in here all day till they get in this eye, man.
Bro, niggas just be in that joint.
I said I'm not wearing glasses in public no more. This is it.
I can't do it, bro. Can't do it.
But now I'm a pro. Then I just boop, boop, we ready to go.
Yep.
We are live.
So somebody at PFF did a redraft of the 2018 draft. Can y'all tell me who the first 2 picks were? 2018 was the Lamar, Josh Allen, Big Q draft.
Well, I would assume that Lamar and Josh Allen would be 1 and 2.
Now, who's 3?
Saquon.
Now, oh, Jesus. No. Is he still top? No, he's not even top 10 in this redraft, apparently.
Was Miles in that draft?
No. Myles Garrett was the year before. Myles Garrett was 2017. Yeah, because that was the Mahomes, Watson, Trubisky draft.
He was the first pick.
First pick, as he should have been.
Can I go look at it?
Sure. All
right, but 2018 draft. I feel like it's a wide receiver for some reason.
No, you're probably not gonna get it, but
so I'm assuming he wasn't drafted in the first couple rounds.
Oh, he was drafted, and I'll say he was I don't want to give it away.
Oh, okay. So this is opinionated. This is an opinionated redraft. Sorry, my bad.
From Timo Reese from PFF. I don't know who that guy is. You know,
Maybe it's Jair Alexander, yo.
No, Jair was 7th.
Oh, that's recent.
Not Derwin.
No, Derwin was 10 in this
Nick
redraft.
Chubb. Nah, Darius Leonard.
No, Nick Chubb was not in the top 10 in this redraft.
Yeah, Bradley.
Remember, I said PFF. They think running backs aren't real people, so they're not going to be on here at all.
What about Darius
It better
Leonard?
not be Darius Leonard. Yeah.
Darius Leonard was 8th.
Fred Warner.
9th.
Damn it.
So you got 8, 9, 10. No, you got 7, 8, 9, 10, which was
I'm curious.
Jair.
Is Bates up there?
Huh?
Is Bates on the list? I'm just curious.
Jesse? No.
Okay.
Orlando Brown Jr., yo.
No.
Damn it.
How are y'all missing 2 of these guys?
Hold
on, brother. Give me a minute.
That'll be Troy. I'm playing.
Nah, give me a minute, though.
Yeah, bro. I'm just scrolling.
You love a good white safety, son.
Mm-hmm. Heck no.
Eric Harris.
So they must have
kept like Eric Harris. You right.
They kept Big Q.
So all of the ones we got so for y'all.
It gotta be Marquez.
It gotta be Big Q. They kept Big Q right there. Then
yes, Big Q was 6. Okay. So y'all got 1, 2, 6 through 10. Y'all don't have 3, 4, and 5.
All right, bet I'm going back to the top.
Denzel Ward.
5.
Definitely. Minka.
No.
Okay.
Vita Vea.
No.
Wow. Really?
Is Baker on the list?
Yes, he's 3.
I figured Baker would be in this.
Okay. What do you mean figured? Why? Why would he be on here?
Why not? He's a quarterback and he's not terrible. So, I feel like that gets you top 10 automatically.
Would you draft Baker Mayfield over Denzel Ward, Quentin Nelson, Jair Alexander, Darius Leonard, Fred Warner, or Derwin James?
No. Okay. Let me not say at that position. Top 10, yes. Not at 5 or 4.
You would draft him over Vita Vea.
How bad I need a quarterback?
You don't matter. You would draft him over Minka.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Going into that year, I thought Bradley Chubb was gonna be the number 1 pick. I ain't gonna lie.
Bradley Chubb was okay at NC State, man. He was a good player.
Solid.
I just thought that nobody was really worthy of the number 1 pick at that time.
Oh, you know me. I was Lamar all the way.
Oh yeah,
I was Lamar guy.
That wasn't gonna happen.
I've
seen that shit from.
Look at his skin color, son. You know that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, I've seen it from a mile away.
Okay, I'll put up the fourth guy on this list plays cornerback. You're not gonna get it.
Well, if it ain't Denzel,
no, and Denzel and Jair are both in here.
Yeah, about to say I said Jair already.
Wait, hold up.
I'll give you enough hint. He is has been one of the most productive corners in the league since 2018.
Dante Jackson.
Yeah, there you go.
Carlton.
No.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Did he say Dante Jackson out loud?
I just said Dante because it was the first quarterback. I mean,
nah. You're not wrong.
And Don be sicing him. Don love Dante.
I do not love him, brother. All right, let's settle down.
It better not be somebody that played cornerback for the Eagles at some point.
DJ Reed.
No, man.
I like DJ Reed.
I said he's been one of the most productive corners in the league since 2018.
I'm looking, man.
I swear I've looked at every cornerback in here, and I'm getting to the niggas I don't even know exist.
Okay, go do me a favor. Go look up most picks since 2018, and you'll know.
Troy Apke. Oh, my bad.
We already said the white safety, man.
No, wait, hold up. No, everything is all these quarterback shits. JC was 2018.
JC.
He was in there? Wait, hold up.
He wasn't drafted.
JC was undrafted. That's why I said y'all wasn't going to get it. That's why I said you wasn't going to get it. That's why I gave you
I do not see this nigga's name.
Off the top of my head, I don't know why I was like, most productive. Your mind should have immediately went Xavier Howard, J.C. Jackson. Because all they do is catch
I was thinking Xavier, but I was like, no, that's not right.
I don't even know. Xavier wasn't 2018. Xavier was 17.
I'm not even going to lie. I don't know when JC was drafted. Not even that. I don't know when he came into the league. I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. Like that nigga just came on the scene out of nowhere and was like that. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he's him. Future Chargers Hall of Fame.
Man, we gotta get this pod on the road. We already
Yeah, that was a fun exercise to start the
we
pod. Go ahead.
15 minutes into this jump. All
Let's
right,
do it.
let's get it rolling, y'all. Dang, I ain't seen this intro in a minute. In a minute. What I trying to? Oh, it's right
Sip. Yeah. Yeah. Sip. Huh? Yeah. Big bet. Tell me what you niggas really know about big tech. These niggas be swines, might as well be made of pig flesh. Might make an appearance, but that shit just for the quick check. We the jiggy niggas in the city, bitch dipset. I just made a play and I got double back. In a day, what you make in a month, I'm making double that. I can make the money come easy, I'll never fumble that. I might fill the tub up 100 to take a bubble.
Yo, 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 yo. Meow, 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 meow. And we back, and we back, and we back. Welcome to another episode of Three Way Deal. We've been back off of our little hiatus. Yeah. We everybody gonna clap it up today. We back. Come on, Don. I take it. I take it. I take it. I was about to say, bro, you clap. Pause. You clapped the last episode. But you did.
Huh?
Pause. Like I
Yeah.
I mean, like with the hand. See, here we. That's why I said pause. But we back with another episode, man. It feels great to be here. It feels great to be, podcasting again for real, bro.
Mhm.
How we feeling today, gentlemen? We feeling good? We feeling all right? Everybody good?
I'm feeling fantastic.
Feeling fantastic, Don.
Yeah, feeling great. I feel like someone's finna go home today.
Yes, sir. I hope so. I hope so. I hope it's the beady head nigga, but
Oh
we're
wow.
gonna get into
God,
it.
man.
We're gonna get into it, man. I'm your host, Grizzy Gray. Got my co-host with me, my man, Mr. Stu,
What's going on, guy?
and the man down below, Mr. Don the Swank. So ugly. But we got a good show today. We got a good show, man. We got a good show. We're gonna talk about the NBA playoff injury bugs that we've seen I'm gonna even go as far as to say that we've seen even grow over the years, just because of the amount of I believe it's just the amount of talented players, not even just so-called playing through injuries, just the severity of injuries and what they just can't perform and whatnot. Not we think that that's an interesting topic to get into. We're gonna talk about Kyrie and KD. What's going on with Brooklyn? We're gonna talk about Steve Nash and his coaching. We're gonna talk about all of it, man. We're gonna get into Brooklyn. Because they were a scary team. A lot of people are saying they were a scary team coming into the playoffs. Nobody wanted to play them with seeds 1 through 4. They were fighting to not play them and whatnot. But Boston stepped up. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the changes in positional value in the NFL. Just how different positions are valued and just greater or lesser than certain other positions. Just like I would say, for instance, everybody knows the running back position isn't valued as much. And so we'll talk about that. We'll get into that. And then we're going to talk about our top 5 players in the NFL draft. We're going to give 2 lists. One list is going to be who we think are the best 5 players in this NFL draft. And then we're going to give 5 players that are our personal favorites in this draft. So I think we're going to actually start off with a little segment. Going back to my blowing smoke segment. I got one topic for us today. And it's something that Drew put in the group chat today. So shout out to Drew.
Shout out Drew, man.
Shout out Drew, bro. Hold on, let me find this junk. It is dealing with Jacksonville and their their related first round pick controversy. And just the different things that's been going around saying who wants who and what's gonna happen. So where is that junk? Man, anyway, I remember off the top of my head. So Bulk, the GM, right?
Yeah, Trent Baalke.
Trent Baalke. He wants to draft Trayvon Walker. The owner wants to draft who was it?
Hutch.
Hutch. and the head coach wants to draft I want to say
Icky.
Icky. No, it was Icky. Yeah. Now, my question is, who's blowing? Not necessarily who's blowing smoke, but which one of those three players do you guys think is who's gonna? Well, I'll ask you this: who's gonna come to Jacksonville? You guys think if it was between those three players
Oh,
and
it was going to be Trayvon Walker.
yeah, and just because of who has the power and whatnot, who's
I
gonna?
mean, the owner has the power, but Trent Baalke still makes the decisions at the end of the day for the Jaguars. So I'll put it like this: Trent Baalke likes traits. He's an athletic trait kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? And there is not one player in this draft with more tantalizing traits than Trayvon Walker. There just is none. You'd be hard pressed to find a defensive lineman with better traits than Trayvon Walker in the last 2 damn decades, man. Like he's top tier in that regard. But it's also a little bit of Trent Baalke's an ass wipe, just a little bit. He got beef with Harbaugh at Michigan. You know who goes to Michigan and is in the draft? Aiden Hutchinson. Trent Baalke is very, very petty, man. There's been many stories about how Trent Baalke won't draft certain guys because he got beef with certain, coaches or he doesn't like a certain program. There's many stories like that from Baalke. So that's what's telling me they're going to draft Trayvon Walker. I think it would be a mistake because I think there are better players. And I think Doug Peterson should have more say-so over who they draft because Dougie P is a champion. He knows more ball than both of them. And Dougie P is all three of the guys are going to draft. All three of those guys are trench players. But I think the head coach, especially a new head coach, coming off of the disaster that was the 2021 Jaguars, you should be willing to let that head coach, if you're going to let Urban Meyer dictate draft classes, you damn sure should let Doug Peterson do it. I think they're going to draft Trayvon Walker, though, because Baalke's petty and he do what he do.
Don?
I had Baalke also getting Trayvon Walker. And it's one thing I know for sure, everything. Baalke is a horrible human being. He is a horrible manager. But one thing about it, when he see a D lineman he like and he picks him, it's a hit. He's drafted Alden Smith. He's drafted Buckner. He's also drafted Armstead. Trayvon Walker is more athletic than all them niggas. So he's going to take him. It's this without a doubt. He's going to take him. He's going to try and because the thing with Trayvon Walker right now is he's so raw. You can pretty much mold him into whatever type of rusher you want him to be. And in that Jacksonville defense, I think they need a versatile rusher because can't nobody else do anything except Josh Allen. So it's right in Baalke's ballpark of what he likes. And trust me, when he got his eyes set on somebody, it's over. Ain't nobody else.
My fear about them drafting Walker, though, is that if you're going to mold a player, you need excellent positional coaching. Like, I haven't seen the Jags defensive line overachieve in the last couple of years. Now, they could have a new D-line coach, and I'm not going to lie to you, I don't know. But they aren't the type of franchise that has molded guys into big-time stars. Now, Trayvon Walker has a crazy high ceiling, but he also has a really good floor simply because of how athletic he is. And he's absolutely insane against the run. So at minimum, we're looking at an elite run defender with elite traits. You're looking at Jadeveon Clowney, basically. You're looking at I don't even know if I would say a less polished version because Clowney wasn't this like crazy switched up edge rusher coming out of college either. He just wasn't. Like the idea of Jadeveon Clowney back in the 2013, 2014, one of those the idea of Clowney was better than what he put on tape. So he kind of reminds me of Walker in that regard. But I just don't know how you draft him, number one, when you have 3 other edge rushers, and Hutch is a crazy athlete. Jermaine Johnson's a very good athlete, and so was Kayvon Thibodeau. But they've all been more productive. Now you can always say, Georgia's idea is we're going to absolutely smoke you in the run game. So when it's third down, it's 3rd and 14. We don't have to unleash our edge rushers. We just tell guys to go rush the passer. We do a lot of stunts, a lot of blitzes, a lot of things like that. So Walker's production could have been kind of hidden, but I just can't get with it, bro. Not for Jacksonville. I'm sorry, I just can't. I just don't see a pathway to Trayvon being ultra successful unless he's doing this all by himself, and that's not how it works in the NFL.
I definitely am with you on that because definitely with his production at UGA, not even just stat wise, just production, overall, it wasn't what you expect to see for somebody to go number one. Just simply based off that, we get the athletic traits, we get that, he has a high potential, he has a really high ceiling, but I don't think that you bank on, just some. I think that's a big risk especially for the number one pick. I think that's a big risk. I mean, I granted you said the floor was somebody like Jadeveon Clowney, and that's not terrible, but that's the number one pick, man. I think that they are probably going to take him just because Bulky is he's an asshole. I've never seen anybody be able to just get their whole fan base to come together to everybody just wear clown costumes and
They
come into the
they had a damn a costume party.
I've never seen anything like that before, bro. Never. And then everybody that got an interview in the stadium, they was like, yeah, F Bulky. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Everybody say, everybody like, yeah, fire him, F Bulky. And they wilding out, and I'm just like, dang. But yeah, bro, I don't like the idea of it, but I believe that it is going to happen also.
Right.
I'm not sold on taking that big of a risk at one.
It's just too much for me. Too much.
I'm Jacksonville. I ain't got nothing to lose. My last year anyway.
I mean, if that's my last year, then
it's
but you can save your job though. Like you can save your job. You can't.
Ain't nobody in this draft.
I don't think you can say. I don't think
Evan Neal. Just draft the offensive. You got 2 tackles. Put Evan Neal anywhere.
You're talking about just for Bulky, right? I don't think it's no coming back for Bulky. If we were just talking about for him,
if they draft well this year, if you see a tangible difference in Trevor Lawrence's game this year, and you draft an offensive lineman, you saved your job for another year, at least, because owners don't want to fire people because they still got to pay them. At the end, those contracts just don't rip up and disappear into the air. They still got to pay these dudes. Yep. So if you can keep them for the duration of his deal, whichever, I don't know how long it is. I'm not going to lie to you. But if you can keep him without firing him, that's what you do. So I think to save his job, he should draft a safer prospect. But, I mean, like we said, Trent Baalke's he's
if he got that joint in the bag like Don say, hey.
He is. He's a dickhead. I mean, like I said, there's many stories you can look up about Trent Baalke and see what he really about.
Oh, no, I meant like just based off what Don said, him and his history of drafting D linemen. I mean, if he got that, I mean, if he got it like that, then
but that don't mean you got 100% hit rate. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
All right, bro. Let's go ahead and dive into the first topic of the night. We got the NBA playoff injury bug. Now, it's been a lot of hit my ankle on the other chair. It's been a lot of injuries, that have happened during the playoffs, and a lot of injuries that happen, going into the playoffs and just mid-season that ended some players' seasons and whatnot. And I'm just gonna name just all the teams that are in the playoffs right now. It's only one team in the playoffs that doesn't have anybody injured right now. Do you guys know who that is?
Minnesota?
Nope.
Who they missing?
I lied.
It's probably Minnesota and Memphis.
It's not Memphis. Memphis has somebody on day-to-day technically, but
okay.
Nah. It's 2. My bad. I didn't count that right, but nah. It's Minnesota. Minnesota don't got nobody. That's right.
Toronto?
Not Toronto. Fred VanVleet is not. Fred
Yeah,
VanVleet,
Fred
Fred
VanVleet
VanVleet,
got hurt the other
yep,
day. That's right.
and Scotty just came back. I wasn't gonna put Scotty on the list, but yeah, he just
Boston
came back.
healthy now. Rob Will came back.
Boston is healthy. Boston is officially healthy now because Rob came back. That's the only team without an injury. ATL. I mean, okay, so some of these players, they might not be as big as players or
If you a
role players.
starter, you matter in the playoffs because they all play
No,
40 minutes.
oh no, I'm not even talking about just starters. I'm talking about like valuable role players too, like guys that play solid minutes. So
like White Dante.
Like okay, so ATL. I mean ATL's only missing Lou Will. I'll say that they only missing Lou Will for real.
They ain't missing nobody.
Yeah, they ain't missing.
Is Capella back? Yeah, Capella came back last
Capella
game.
came back last game, and they got John Collins back, so they not really missing anybody. Brooklyn's missing Ben and Joe Harris. I feel like Joe Harris can contribute to you. So yeah, Boston. Rob just came back. Charlotte's missing Gordon Hayward. I feel like, why I put Charlotte in here? Charlotte's in the yeah, my bad. Chicago missing Lonzo and Caruso is now day to day.
Caruso got a concussion, man. That's bro.
Cleveland missing Sexton. They've been missing Sexton for a good period of time now, though. But why I keep putting people in the play-in? My bad. Dallas. They was missing Tim Hardaway. Missing Frank. I mean, but Frank doesn't do too much. And Luka was also missed a game in the playoffs.
No, Luka missed the first two, right?
Yeah, he missed three. I thought he played two
before he came back.
Okay. Yeah, but Luka missed three then. I thought he just missed two. Denver, they missed Michael Porter and Jamal Murray.
Man, it's tough.
Golden State, Steph, he's coming back, but he missed game one, I believe, and now he's coming back off the bench. And they're missing Wiseman also. Memphis, Zaire Williams day to day. Miami, they don't got Kyle Lowry now. Yep. Milwaukee missing Chris Middleton and George Hill. Well, New Orleans, you missing Zion, but you ain't had him all year.
You ain't had him all year.
Philly, now you got Embiid with the hand.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix, you just got Chris Paul back, and you lose Devin Booker.
Mm-hmm.
And Toronto, Fred VanVleet. Yeah. It's a lot of niggas hurt, man. It's a lot of important players in these series that are gone. People that could, at least, I don't want to say necessarily turn the tide, but guys that can definitely help your team out to win.
Valuable players,
yeah, valuable role players and valuable starters that are not playing right now.
So,
and who y'all think is hurting the most right now? I would say outside of Phoenix, who's hurting the most right now?
The team that's about to get swept.
I'm talking about based off of injuries. Based off of not having, but they ain't had Ben Simmons all year, and they ain't had Joe Harris for a good moment. They literally crawled back with just KD to make it into the playoffs.
But I feel like they made the move off projecting that they would have Ben Simmons, because when they really traded, we all expected Ben Simmons to be ready.
I give you that
postseason.
I give you that.
We expected that. That's something we expected, and everybody was talking about. His defense is going to be key because Brooklyn doesn't play defense. I think Ben Simmons being in that rotation right now would have been super because that's a real point guard, and Kyrie can just go back to doing shooting guard like he did when Harden was there, and that's when you got an equal scoring load from KD and Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
But that never happened. So now you're dealing with this mess, and you're about to go home.
I think it's clearly Denver. I mean, you haven't had Michael Porter and Jamal for most of the year. But missing Jamal Murray, like Michael Porter, okay, big time shooter, good rebounder, young guy coming into his own. Excuse me. He would have been valuable for them as well. But to me, this is more about projecting to the next round for a lot of these teams. Yeah, Philly, Milwaukee, and Phoenix might be in real trouble next round. Like, if Phoenix has Devin Booker's out for 2 to 3 weeks, right? If you have to face Luka in the Mavericks next round with no Devin Booker, oh man, you're going from being the best team in the league throughout the whole year, there was nobody else close to Phoenix the entire year.
Yeah.
You're going from being the best team in the league to playing one of the most unstoppable players in the league without your top guy. That's big time, man. And injuries don't just affect like the next star. All the role players have to step up just one notch. They have to step up. I think Phoenix has the guys, but they're not going to be able to. They're not going to be the same, man. And if Milwaukee has to go again, well, they will if they finish off the Chicago, which I believe they will. They're going to have to play Boston without Chris Middleton, bro.
That's gonna be tough.
Boston's the best team in the conference.
That's gonna be tough.
That's Giannis, and he's capable. Giannis is going to have to average 40 and 15 and like 7 boards, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously, to beat these guys. And Boston has the best defense in the league, right?
Mm.
There's no defense for somebody that's physically imposing. We've seen it throughout the history of basketball. You couldn't do nothing with Shaq. You couldn't do nothing with LeBron. You ain't going to be able to do nothing with Giannis. But you do need them ancillary pieces to help you when you're going against a defense this good, man. So Milwaukee's in trouble. Philly too. If Embiid can absolutely dominate that Bam matchup next round, Harden not getting his game off against them guys. I watched a possession the other day where Trae Young was getting guarded by PJ Tucker, who then got switched on to by Jimmy Butler, and he got switched on by Bam. Like, bro, that's what the hell? What you supposed to do with that, man?
Yeah. Your matchup got slightly better, but it didn't matter.
You just got taller and more athletic as you switched. Harden is 32 and lost his first step. They would be cooked, man. And we all saw the game. Embiid every time he got fouled, and I'm sure Toronto wasn't smacking him on the thumb on purpose, man. I mean, I might have, you know what I'm saying, but he was wincing every time that joint got hit, bro.
Well, it's basketball. Your hand gonna get hit regardless.
It's gonna get hit regardless. You gotta dribble. You gotta shoot.
Especially as a center. Yeah.
They swiping at the ball every time you get it, man. So those three teams have been heavily impacted by these injuries, bro. And it really sucks. And like Red said in the comments, Drew gonna have to step up. Drew 32, dog. Drew just came off of a finals appearance. He just went to the Olympics, and then he just played 60 games.
And mind you, a masterclass finals performance on defense.
Masterclass. Like, how much do we think Drew Holiday got in the tank? I just don't know, man. Drew would have to be special for them to beat Boston. So it's just a lot of – it might not affect a lot of these teams this round. It is clearly affecting Phoenix, though. It might not affect all these guys this round, but next round, oh, man, we might see – we legit might see a Boston-Miami conference finals. Even though, I mean, it's chalk because Miami's a 1 and Boston is a 2. But come on, man. Ain't none of us believe Miami was going there. When we saw this playoff bracket came up, we said, okay, Miami's going to play Philly next round. We got Philly. Not if Joel Embiid thumb broke or he got a torn something in his thumb. Yeah, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, that shit bad, bro. It's in the shooting hand, too. It's bad.
It's his shooting hand. If it was his non-shooting, I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, we can manage. But yeah.
They're going to pack the paint on him. Right. They're going to be like, look, bro, shoot mid-ranges. And he's going to be like, damn, well, my thumb hurt.
Like, this shit hurt.
It's a lot going into these next rounds, man. And it's hopefully Philly ends it today. Or, today the 25th.
They got to.
They have to. Because if they don't, it might get a little bit weird. Because not only because Joel Embiid is hurt, but your coach is Doc Rivers. I'm not the smartest guy ever, but Doc Rivers is known for blowing 3-1 leads. And Philly up 3-1 right now. Jesus. And Toronto's not a bad squad either.
They're not, bro. They're not a bad team. I don't be getting it, bro. It's just like when I watch them, they just don't look like Toronto basketball right now. You know
right now they got 3 guys over 6'7" that just lock everybody up. Scotty, OG, and Siakam.
Every time we've seen Toronto, really, we've always seen that they have a great scorer on the team. This year they don't.
I feel like they gotta give it
Nick
to
Nurse is a
Scotty,
good
yo.
coach, though.
Just let Scotty ball, bro. He gotta take his step now. He's got to do it now, yo. You drafted him. You drafted him at what 4 for a reason? Mm-hmm. Let him take a step.
Yeah, 4.
Let him take a step.
That
And
boy
people
100.
were shitting on that pick too when it happened.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I like.
I ain't think he like. I didn't
I didn't think
he,
they were going to draft him at 4, but I didn't hate the pick. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I ain't hate the pick. But I just didn't think he'd be. You know,
I thought they was going to draft Suggs because Kyle Lowry left, so I thought that's why I thought they were going. Oh yeah, Miami. If they don't have Kyle Lowry next round, they're cooked. Don't matter if Joel Embiid thumb broke, they cooked without Kyle Lowry.
Yeah. Because I'm definitely. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not liking what I'm seeing out of Miami versus Atlanta right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, they're winning. They're winning, but
look fine to me because really, honestly, the series should have been over, but Trae Young got hot at the end.
Who was that? Game 3?
Yeah.
He hit the game-winning floater. Yeah, Trae Young is him, but
it should be.
He okay.
You a D Mitch fan, brother. You better cut it out down there.
He ain't giving me enough, yo.
And he ain't going to, brother, because Poster gonna coach you. He gonna coach you up. You ain't.
Spo don't play, son.
All right. He's not giving me enough, yo, and I'm tired of Bam not giving me 20 points. So yeah.
That's just not who Bam is. At this point, I accept that Bam is just an elite defender, and that's what he is.
I feel like he'd give me more, but I feel like he just sticks to the program.
He won't.
Nope. He just sticks to the program.
He depending on Tyler Hero, get his little 20, and hope Jimmy Butler shooting good that night. That's it. That's all you got.
Hey, shout out Max Strauss. That's his name.
Oh yeah.
Shout out him, yo. He won me some money the other day, so shout out.
That boy good now.
I just want to know where Miami be finding these undrafted youngins at, and they just turn good. Like Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, what?
Yeah, bro. Like I was like, who? I swear I never heard these niggas to the playoffs, bro. I was like, I swear these niggas ain't playing the regular season.
Riley being Nate Duffy, boy. I'm telling you.
All right. I'm gonna let Reg pose a question. Do y'all think Phoenix loses this series if D-Book don't come back?
Man, listen.
Because if they do,
I tell you one thing, they losing tonight.
If they lose, I will never shut up. You were the number one team. I understand Devin Booker was gone, but you're the number one team.
Is it 3-1 or is it 3-1 or 2-2?
It's 2-2.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know, man.
No.
Listen.
No, you better.
If they lose the night, yo, I think they lose the series.
I think the Pels win the series, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because
they lose
the Pels record, even though I can't stand the Pelicans and their fans, I can't stand them. They started off 1-12 because the team was just bad. It was just a bad team. Brandon Ingram was in and out the lineup. Zion was hurt. Once they got CJ McCollum, they played more like a 4th seed in the West, a 4th or 5th seed. They have scoring inside and out, and they have 2 wings, Herbert and Trey Murphy, who can lock up, like really defend and shoot the 3. That's and Willie Green's a good coach. You know what I'm saying? And Jonas Valanciunas is a good player. They got some good guys on that team. Yeah. So this is not like you're going up against some scrubs, man. Their record might say that, but that's because, how many teams are going to start off good with their 2 best players in and out? Well, one of them in and out, and the other one not playing at all. So unless we get Vincent's Chris Paul for 2 more games,
not happening.
I don't know. Don't doubt him. But I think it goes 7, and I think the Pelicans probably win because right now, Brandon Ingram is the best player in that series.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just what it is, man.
It is what it is, bro. And CJ McCollum is making an arguable case to be the 2nd best. So,
nah, he's staying back, Chris Paul.
Nah, he making a case, yo. Chris Paul lay an egg like last night. 2 nights ago.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
He lay an egg like 2 nights ago. I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
I don't think it's gonna happen again.
I could. It ain't gonna be 4 points, but he's not that high volume Chris Paul we expect anymore, man. He's old, man. He's old.
That's fair, man. That's fair.
All right, bye. Dive into the next topic. We're gonna talk about Brooklyn, the Nets, Kyrie, KD, head coach Steve Nash. What's going on out there? Now, before I dive into this topic, and they down 3-0 and up for elimination tonight, I want to say one thing. Did you guys know that? You guys know what KD and Kyrie's records are in the first round of the playoffs. I just want to do this just for pizzazz.
I mean, Kyrie's been
Okay,
carried by
well,
Braun, so
KD's been to 3 finals, so he has at least 3 wins.
Kyrie,
Series wins. Series
Kyrie,
Yeah,
wins.
series wins, yes.
Kyrie got 2.
He didn't win any last year. Yeah, Kyrie been to the finals twice. Kyrie only has 2 then.
No, Kyrie is 5-0 in the first round.
Really?
Yes, sir. Because he was with Braun
Six.
technically, even though he didn't play,
He was there 15.
he was there. He was there for what,
15,
three
16,
years, 3 years in Cleveland, and then he
15,
had
16,
and
17.
two,
That's
and
3.
two in Boston, I believe. Right?
Did he
No,
play
no,
in
no,
any one of those first
no,
rounds?
no, no, no. He had 2 in Cleveland, 2 in Boston, and then two in Brooklyn, I believe. Now, no, 1 in Brooklyn, or then three in Cleveland, 2 in whatchamacallit, 2 in Boston, and 1 in the net in Brooklyn, I believe. Right? I believe that's it.
Who did they beat with Brooklyn? Who did he beat?
Wait,
You
why?
said series
Wait,
wins?
why am I saying 6? Why am I saying 6? Yes,
Yeah, I was about
serious.
to say, I got to just be 5 then.
Yeah, it's 5. I don't know why I kept adding
So
6.
then KD probably has 6 or 7.
KD is 9-1.
Makes
Mhm.
sense. Makes sense.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask Stu this question. Do you know who the one losses to?
KD in the first round. It wasn't Dirk. They ain't lose to Dirk that year because Dirk beat us in 2011.
It's a reason why I'm asking you this question.
Oh, the Lakers, huh?
2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all won it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Eric Kareem's in here.
So yeah, I just wanted to mention that just for the fact that they might get swept. So and they the 9 times out of 10 they get in this first round exit. So that'll be the first on Kyrie's resume of a first round exit, and the second on KD's, and that was his first in what? I mean, 2022, 12 years now.
In
So
a decade. In a decade plus.
just speaking to, before we get to slandering these guys, just speaking to the testaments of how good these guys actually, are.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, both of these guys averaging 22, 5 and 5, down 0-3 to the Celtics right now. Not very good performances by, I'll say consistent performances by either one of these guys. It always seems like one is on, one is off, and then either both of them are off. You know what I'm saying? This is very, very bad performances all around by Kyrie and KD. The defense is definitely getting to him. Boston is definitely getting to KD and Kyrie in their head, even physically, because KD is out here averaging 6 turnovers a game now. Averaging 6 turnovers a game. And he's had games shooting 4-17, 9 of 24. Kyrie's had games shooting 4-13, 6 of 17. Tatum is literally locking him up every time they go to battle. Luckily, I was able to find the possessions and how many points they've actually scored against each other. Well, not each other, but Tatum just on KD. And 100 up in the game 3, 110 total possessions, I believe. And KD has scored 10 points off of 110 possessions on Tatum.
Jesus Christ.
2 of 15, which is 13%. 0 of 3 from the 4. I said 0 of 4 from the 3. My bad. 10 turnovers. Tatum has 2 blocks and only 2 shooting fouls in those 110 possessions. And I'll just say for Marcus Smart on Kyrie Irving, I'll say his stats too. But in 3 games, it's been 96 total possessions and only 18 total points. I don't have the exact stats on that one like I did for Tatum, but them boys getting locked up out there, man. And it's looking a little weird. It's looking very bad for them. I'll say that just for, I guess, legacy wise, it's looking a little bad for them. But let's just dive into it, bro. Let's talk about what's really going on in Brooklyn. What's really going on with what's happening out there. Why are these two guys that were quote unquote the most, was it skilled or talented? I feel like those can go.
No, keep going. Yeah, keep going.
I feel like it can go either hand, but skilled or talented duo ever to be down 0-3 to, I'm not even gonna downplay these guys. The Celtics are a very good team, but if you're the most skilled / talented best duo ever, whatever you want to call it, because basically that all 3 of those things coincide. Why are you down 0-3 right now? Let's talk about it.
My problem with the whole KD and Kyrie are the most skilled duo ever is everybody limits skill to how you dribble and shoot. And it bothers the shit out of me because neither one of them can see the floor. I guess that's not a skill. Neither one of them are great defenders. Guess defense isn't a skill. Neither one of them can work out of double teams. Guess that's not a skill either. Like it's hilarious to me to watch everybody have this love fest with Kyrie Irving about how skilled and how he's a wizard and all this shit. Dog, listen. He okay. I was about to say something really mean. He's not what
Bro.
y'all think he is.
Mhm.
He's not. He's
Eric,
not what y'all think.
it's right there for you, bro.
He is one of the most skilled players ever. But I've seen people say he's the most skilled scorer of all time.
Who are we talking about? I'm sorry.
Kyrie. The
Okay.
most
Oh,
skilled.
Lord.
I'm not talking about KD's skills because he's Kevin goddamn Durant. I'll get to why he's struggling. Kyrie is supposed to be this ultra skilled guy out here, but that doesn't show up in production. Skill only gets you so far, man. When Kyrie Irving is not scoring the basketball at an insanely efficient clip, he is 6'2" Will Barton. That's it. That's literally what he is. He's not impacting the game. He's not, man. And that's not saying that he's not a good basketball player. I don't want people to take what I'm saying wrong. But you can't call somebody the most skilled point guard ever or one of the most skilled players ever, but you take away his dominant skill and he ain't got nothing. He ain't got no other skill. Like, that's what the playoffs is about. Teams are going to take away what you're best at. What's your next punch? Kyrie don't have it. I'm going to leave Kyrie alone. Kevin Durant. This is one of the only times where a defense has gotten to Kevin Durant so bad that he just looks like he's flustered out there. And the difference to me is teams are being not just physical, or Boston's not just being physical. They're being overly physical, and they have an elite. Jason Tatum's not getting enough credit for how good of a defender he's been the last 2 years. And you know I hate the Celtics with all my heart. Tatum is locked down. He's not like, like Kawhi, Scottie Pippen type of lockdown. But he is a lockdown defender at this point, bro. Like he's insane. He's getting into KD space. He's crowding him. He's not letting him do them long ass hezzy dribbles that he usually get to. He can't get into a rhythm with how they're playing him, man. That he just can't. And I think he's gonna have a game tonight. I think they'll win tonight because KD's gonna finally snap out that funk and he'll figure something out to where you let him get his game off. But KD cannot physically impose himself on the game because of his frame. That's not saying his frame is bad or he can't succeed. He's been in the league for a decade and a half, damn near, and his career averages are 27, 8, and 4. He's Kevin Durant, man. So I'm not saying he's a bum or anything like that. But in series, when you got guys that can physically match up with you, what is your next punch when they take away your finesse? Because it's not like, and people still think Tatum is 6'7". Jason Tatum is 6'10" and a half right now, bro. He is huge. He blocked the KD jump shot.
Mm-hmm.
How many times y'all niggas seen KD get a jump shot blocked?
Maybe twice.
Tatum did it twice this series. Like, bro, they just don't have enough. Those two guys, as cool of a duo as it looks, when they hezzy tween splashing and shit on the Pistons on a Wednesday night, it looks cool. But when you got into the playoffs with both of these guys for the first time, you see what happens. They don't have a second punch. Ben Simmons could have brought that physicality and the playmaking ability, but like Seth Curry be wide open in these short corners. They've made adjustments to get more space for KD and Kyrie, but they're not hitting him. because they just can't see the floor. That's not their game. They don't have a second punch, man, and that's what's doomed them. They took away their main punch, and now it's like, okay, ISO ball, and it's. I love Steve Nash. He's one of my favorite point guards ever. He's a rookie head coach. He's a rookie head coach. You should have kept Mike D'Antoni, motherfucker. That's what you should have did.
Nah, I know Don want to chime in right quick, but I want to talk about that whole head coach situation right quick. I definitely feel like because I saw a lot of reports. I did a little research for we got on this topic, and I saw the reports about how KD definitely wanted Steve Nash to be here, and KD definitely, he didn't necessarily go into the into the war room and was like, yeah, give me Steve Nash or else, he just chimed in, said what he had to say, discredited another guy. I'm not gonna say who, but he discredited somebody else, and that's what kind of forced them into.
No, just say it. Say he discredited Kenny Atkinson. Go ahead. Say
He did. He did. He discredited Kenny Atkinson, and then that's what got Steve Nash in the building. I'm not gonna say that's what got him in the building, but that definitely played a hand in getting him in the building because the way I view it, I feel like KD and Kyrie wanted a rookie kind of head coach. They wanted a guy that would kind of just be like, okay, I'll give y'all the reins. Y'all, y'all just go out there, get buckets, do what y'all do. And that's, I feel like that's what Kyrie and KD really wanted. They didn't want the stress of like, a head, I don't want to say a real head coach, but a real head coach. Yeah.
Bray, don't say that that's what they wanted. That is what they said. That's what they said. Kyrie Irving said, "Oh, we don't really have a head coach." What are you talking about? What the hell are you saying right now? Y'all don't have a head coach? What the hell you hired Steve Nash for? Come on, bro. That was before training camp started, before they even dribbled a basketball together. He said, "Oh, well, we hired Steve Nash. We don't really have a head coach. We're just a bunch of guys." That's not how hoops works, Kyrie. The hell? That's not how this works, man. And then Kyrie played 29 regular season games, bro. Like, go ahead, Don. Go ahead before I call Kyrie a name. Go ahead.
Oh, no. You ain't going to call him a name. I'm finna. You know me, lifelong John Wall fan. I'm just saying.
John Wall was better.
John Wall ain't played since
John Wall was better. I don't care.
Are you
John
kidding
Wall
me?
was better.
Hey, I
He
seen
can lead a team.
I seen John Wall lead a team.
He can lead a team.
I seen John Wall do it. I'm just saying. Here's my issue with Kyrie Irving. Ever since that game-winning shot in the NBA Finals, it planted a virus in all you people's heads.
And before you keep going, it wasn't even a game winner. There was still 40 seconds left on the clock.
It was.
There was still a whole minute left in the game. No game
shot,
winner.
The dagger.
That shot planted a virus in all you people's head that Kyrie was bigger than he actually was. Instead of actually really thinking about, since his whole time being drafted to Cleveland, they never won anything. They never did anything until LeBron James came back to Cleveland and he led it. Then I want to go lead my own team. Okay, you have your chance. Go to Boston. Here's the Boston Celtics.
Gets outshined by rookies.
He was hurt. In his defense, he got hurt.
He was
outshined by rookies.
But you know what it was?
Sending him home now.
You can tell. You know how Kyrie is.
Life crazy, ain't it?
Life hits you fast, man.
But that's because Kyrie wasn't patient in the process of Boston. We know how he is. He gets frustrated easily. So he gave up. He gave up on the Boston idea and chased the idea of Brooklyn. Here we are again. Boston grown tremendously since then. Without a point guard, really. They tried Kemba, but that didn't work either. So without a point guard, really. And here you are in Brooklyn. You got everything you wanted, and you still can't get it done. What's the problem? So now let's go into this series. I'm going to tell y'all right now, everyone, stop playing with Marcus Smart. He has been an elite defender for a while. So what he's doing right now to Kyrie Irving, it's not surprising to me. I've always heard Kyrie is unguardable, this, that, and the third. Listen, brother, you can score your little 20 all you want. If it's not, I don't care. Marcus Smart is eliminating Kyrie Irving. It's easy. What do you need to beat elite defenses? You need great elite ball movement. Have y'all seen that?
Nope.
I haven't seen it.
You don't got nobody. You
Kyrie
don't got
doesn't have that.
facilitator. Yeah, you really don't have a facilitator.
What you have is two bag players who excel in half-court offense, and when that half-court offense is getting shut down because these niggas got all defenders that's stopping you, now you got to kind of depend on the transition. You see any good transition players on that Brooklyn team?
Name the athletic player on Brooklyn. Name them.
The most athletic, the
super
most
athlete in Brooklyn. Name them.
Brown.
DeAndre Drummond.
Blake Griffin. like, come on, bro.
So you got no transition game.
That's what I'm.
Your half-court game is getting shut down. What do? You can't do nothing.
What you mean? You supposed to depend on big bag Kyrie and KD? That's what you're paying them for.
You're relying on them to carry you through every game.
So now
you gonna rely on a nigga that can't eat till it's dark outside to carry you through games.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry, bro. Like, come on.
I'm not even going to get that excuse because guess what?
Jaylen Brown tired.
I don't care. Jaylen Brown does the same exact thing. He's dropping 20 every night and locking up. I don't want to hear that from him.
You're right. Because Steve Nash gave that excuse too.
No, I don't.
I'm just tell y'all what he said. Steve Nash said, yeah. I definitely agree with the idea that KD and Kyrie are fatigued because I give him. I'm not even going to say I give him an excuse for the KD one, but I kind of understand because KD has been having to play 40 minutes a night for the last leg of the season already, trying to get them.
The first time he's done it in years.
I mean, it's not the first time, but bro, you're getting older. I get it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They like 50 minutes of back-to-back games.
Yeah, and you see that where it got them last year.
I don't want to hear no Ramadan excuses because when Kyrie
he said Kyrie's on Ramadan, so he don't eat, he don't get his correct nutrients, so he be fatigued.
I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it because
that was going to be my second question. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about that
40? When he dropped that 40, everybody was like, Ramadan, Kyrie's the greatest. Guess what happened the next games? Oh, he doesn't look the same out there. He's just not looking good. Well, pick a side.
Yeah, because the nigga only eating a PB&J and bananas all day, son.
He can't eat. He can't eat till it's dark outside.
Games,
bro. He can only drink water throughout the day, bro. He can't eat until it's dark outside.
I don't want to talk about the man religion. I'm gonna leave that to y'all.
Yeah, I didn't mean to make fun of him, but yeah, bro. I had a roommate in college that was Muslim and went through Ramadan, so I definitely understand what he might be going through as a professional athlete, not being able to eat all day. I understand that just because of what he went through. So
before we move on from the topic, I want to shout out Ime Udoka because he is coaching himself a series right now, son.
Mm-hmm.
He the Boston coach.
I forgot which not there. You're right.
Series.
Brad Stevens still there. He's the manager now.
Yeah, he just upgraded himself.
He got to make the decisions. He just gets the guys.
He said, "I'm not doing that coaching shit. Let's get the Nigerian in there,
guys." And then
if he made coaching his tail off, man,
he's changing the culture. Shout out Brad, yo.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Brad. The thing with Brooklyn is, I'm gonna be honest. They're missing a true point guard. They are. They had that in Harden. Harden filled that point guard void. Then you traded for Ben.
I wonder if they traded for a point guard or something. Did they?
And it didn't work out. Too bad. So sad.
Right.
No, I don't know, yo. He ain't playing, so I don't know.
Now on to the Kevin Durant part of this. He's shooting 36% this series. When have you ever heard that before?
Getting claimed.
You've never heard that before.
Oh, 20, what do you when gets what? 2016?
Yeah.
Last time we heard about KD getting claimed.
Yeah. So here's basically what's going on with the Kevin Durant thing. Kevin Durant his game is smooth half-court offense. He gets the ball, he gets in his bag, can't nobody stop him. But here's the thing. We're gonna catch you in the half court. As soon as I see you reaching that bag, we are on your ass. That's how Boston's playing right now. Jason Tatum, he's there
I love it.
What Boston is doing is they got a shadow right behind KD every single time. So as soon as you think you're gonna get in that beautiful post game of yours or any of that, we're doubling.
You're not.
We're doubling. So now you got to be an elite passer, and you can't be that. You can't be that.
Not his game. He's never been an elite
Not his
passer.
game. Never had to be.
He's gotten better at it, but he's not.
I will give KD credit for that. He definitely has improved his passing game over the years.
I'll ask you this: is he a better passer than Jason Tatum
No.
is right now?
Whoa.
No, he's not.
No.
So now they cut KD's half court game out, and we talked about the transition again. KD has never really had to be a transition scorer. You know why? Because he's played on teams with Russell Westbrook, who does the shit himself. You played with the Warriors when Steph Curry just a transition threat. He's just a threat regardless.
Tatum's averaging like 33 and 9 right now.
So you never had to be the transition guy, the high energy athlete to pick up the pace when the pace needs picking up. So now what do you do? What do you do? Look at the role players on Brooklyn's team. Andre Drummond is a non-factor. Self-check. He's fouling out quick. And Steve Nash doesn't play him in the second half because he can't. You shouldn't.
Did y'all see him tap the ball twice in the same game instead of grabbing a rebound? Literally, Andre Drummond's one of the best rebounders ever.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you tap the basketball? Grab it. You're Andre Drummond, dude. What are you doing? He tapped it to Boston twice. What are you doing, man?
Steph Curry is the best shooter on the team. You have no idea of how to get him the ball. You have no idea of how to get him open because your coach doesn't know how to do that. So who's the other role players we got? Patty Mills.
Bruce Brown.
Patty Mills, old, but reliable kind of guy.
Goran Dragic. See what I'm talking about? These are the type of players.
They got a bunch of old geezers. I ain't gonna lie. Well, not even old geezers because Bruce Brown not old, but
if I had to depend on them to step up and win me a series, I'm living with that. That's how Boston's treating it. If Bruce Brown's gonna be your best player in this series,
I don't like it, yo.
It is what it is, man. I mean,
I definitely think they could give Griffin and Aldridge more minutes on the rotation. Steve,
imagine not
you
having
said Aldridge.
Somebody, bro. You gotta give a different look, bro. You gotta
put Blake in. Just run Blake into the ground. Just do it. Just put him in.
That's what I mean. You got. I'm just like, bro. You gotta do something at this point. You gotta change something.
You have a playoff vet on the bench that hasn't been in yet, but you're starting Nicholas Claxton.
Exactly,
bro.
And I like Clax. I think Clax is a good high energy guy.
Y'all got 3 minutes. I'm starting the timer. Eric wanted it, so y'all gotta do it. Go ahead.
Top 75. Eric, I'll put it to you like this: is Kyrie Irving better than Dwight Howard?
No.
All right, then I'm done. That's it for me. Dwight ain't make it.
Wait, hold on. No. Is Kyrie better than Damian Lillard?
No.
Okay.
Dame in there though, ain't
he? Yeah, that's what I want to know. That's why I asked. Yeah.
I've always had Dame Lillard better though.
Yeah, he's been better. Dame's better. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure we're on the same. Okay, Don, go ahead. Have you?
I would put him in the top 75. Me personally, only because I hate old people. That's my only issue. But other than that, that's just what it is.
I get you. It's only just because it's like 10 people on that list I've never heard of before.
You have no respect for the John Havliceks.
Dog, I
know him.
And Paul Horizons.
I had his Opal. That's what it is. Opal card on 2K.
Well, I thought this was about to
stop it. I wasn't trying to say that word. I was trying to say every word. Besides that,
he a drug addict.
I don't like old people, so you can 100% give me Kyrie over Walt Frazier any day of the week. I'm telling you.
Nah, man. Walt Frazier was a guy. Nah. You can't put him over Jerry West.
The Afro with the Wolverine big. Come on, yo.
Jerry West.
Kyrie ain't no top 75 player ever, bro. I'm sorry. He's right on the edge. Like, there's not 100 players better than Kyrie Irving. But I think there's 75 of them. Like, I truly do.
You could definitely make the case.
If I had the top 75 and we had time to look through all of it, I could probably make a case for other players over Kyrie.
Hey, so let's revisit something.
He a bus rider, yo. Bus riders can't be top 75.
Kyrie or Allen Iverson. Let's revisit it.
AI.
AI was a bus driver. Kyrie is
AI
a
was
bus
him.
rider.
Yeah.
Chuck know what he's talking about, yeah. Oh wait, how do I get this comment to get off the screen? Oh yeah, that's how you do it. All right, bet. That was a nice little jam. We had 45 minutes. 45 seconds to spare. Let's talk about positional value in the NFL, man. Hey, Stu,
Yeah.
kick this joint off. I prefer you to lead this one today.
All right, man. So listen. Over the past 2 decades, we have seen a seismic change in how NFL teams draft. 20 years ago, 2101, yeah, the Saints traded an entire goddamn draft class, like the entire shit, like 1 through 7, to draft a running back, right? Years after this, we get guys like Adrian Peterson, Reggie Bush in the top 10. We get guys like that. You also see guys like Luke Kuechly, Patrick Willis, off the ball linebackers get drafted relatively high. Since we've gotten to a more pass happy league, all of that has changed. Like, I even think positional value is starting to change for cornerbacks, man. And let me explain why. In a world where teams are living in more 11 personnel, which is one running back, one tight end, 4 wide receivers, or 3 wide receivers, depending on what you want to call your offense. You want a lot of good corners, but the way the rules in the NFL set up, they're more favored towards the offense, right? The meaning of a lockdown corner is gone. There is none. As much as everybody loves Jalen Ramsey, the best wide receiver in the league versus Jalen Ramsey, if they went up against each other
Cook
100
Jalen.
times, 100 times, the best wide receiver would win. Just because of the NFL rules, you can't be as physical and all that. So the way positional value goes, the way positional value goes in the NFL is in relation to the draft. It's how high you're drafted. You're never going to see, unless for running backs now, you're never going to see it again. You will never see a running back get drafted in the top 15. If you do, he literally has to be the best football player you've ever seen. It's just not going to happen.
Got to be Saquon.
Anyway, actually, that's a good one. That's
I love
a perfect
Saquon.
example. Saquon was Saquon was the second pick in the draft, right?
I loved him, bro. I'm sorry.
The reason the positional value for guys like Saquon is so down now is not only because the NFL is a more passing league, it's because his success is dependent upon multiple other things. If you just go down the list of basically every other position, quarterbacks' offensive lines can stink, but the quarterback can still be good. Wide receivers can have the worst quarterback in the league. They can still be productive. Terry, DeAndre Hopkins, countless amount of guys. Your offensive linemen, even if the rest of the unit stinks, your left tackle can still be successful and do his job. The running back cannot do their job for the most part unless you're Barry goddamn Sanders without a good offensive line or good play calling. And that goes for linebackers on the same side as well. Especially because, like I said, NFL is a more pass-happy league now. Yeah. The linebackers are smaller in size.
If your D-line not eating them up.
If they're not eating blocks, your linebackers getting blown off the damn ball. Darius Leonard is a top 5 linebacker in the league. Darius Leonard weighs 220 pounds. If I seen Shaq Mason coming up the alley at Darius Leonard, I'm going to tell you who's winning that match. You know what? I'm not going to tell you who's going to win that matchup. You know who's going to win that damn matchup. That's just how it goes for linebackers now. So you're not going to draft them as high because they're dependent on your defensive line being good. You know what I'm saying? So all that goes to how players get drafted. So I got a couple questions from some folks that I talked to that they're not like into the draft like we are. Why isn't such and such player like Tyler Linderbaum, perfect example, center? Mm-hmm. His positional value isn't as high because you can find.
That might be low. It might be the lowest, in my opinion. Center might be the lowest.
Nah, hell no. Not
Well,
under,
no,
not
not
under guard.
wait.
No. Not under
You're
guard.
right.
Or linebacker for real. I
Well,
don't
I
think
don't know.
so.
It depends.
Like,
If I got a guard like Big Q, I could take a shitty center.
can you though?
I feel like I could.
No, I don't think so.
Let me not say okay, because let me rephrase my wording because I don't even want to use that word I just used. But okay, a bad center. Okay, you're right. I
don't
wouldn't
think you
want
can
a
do that
bad
either.
center because let me go. Yeah, let me dive into bad center because the snaps, the cadences, all that. Yeah, I understand.
That matters.
That matters a lot more just because you getting the ball off matters a lot more than what can happen. All that needs to happen before you can even continue with the rest of the play. So I definitely give you that. But I don't know, man. I feel like even just being a decent center, if you get the ball off and you got a guy, you got a guard like I'll say. I know it's a far-fetched kind of thing, but Big Q, you got a guy that literally can play left guard but also be a right tackle at the same time.
You got to have a good center, man. I'm sorry. You just have to. You have to have a good center. Like Eric just said, you have to win the middle of the line of scrimmage. You have to. And like you said, centers call out defenses. They call out protections, slides, all that shit. Their positional value is lower, though, because there's only one center. There's only one of them niggas anyway. So it's not like there's a bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? But the whole offensive line thing is you can't have – if your offensive line is going to be – this is kind of getting away from the positional value thing. But if your offensive line – you can't have trash cans out there. It don't matter if it's one of them. You can't have it. You can't, or they're going to take advantage. The Chargers had the best, almost top 2 or 3 from left to center. Corey Linsley, Matt Filer, Slater, Filer, Linsley, right? We had Michael Schofield and Storm Norton on the right side. Can you tell me what side of teams attacked? They attacked the right side. So that's offensive line. But positional value, just basically for the NFL draft, unless you're like Don Boy, Micah Parsons, you're not getting drafted high as an off-ball linebacker unless you can do one thing. You have to be able to rush the passer as well. Mm-hmm. You have to be. So when you're watching the draft, and I want everybody to watch just look at it this way. You might think, let's take Devin Lloyd. You might think Devin Lloyd is a top 5 player in the class. Devin Lloyd's not going top 10. Devin Lloyd's not going top 15. You know what I'm saying? More than likely, just because the value of his position in today's game is just lower. You know what I'm saying? And safeties as well. And I think safeties are coming back up a little bit because when you were back in, really like 4 or 5 years ago, when teams are playing more cover 3, cover 1s, 1 high safeties, you only need one single high guy out there. You know what I'm saying? And they're further away from the ball. So they're less impactful on how it goes, on how the structure and how the plays run, the further you are away from the ball. That's just how it is, man. And it's starting to switch because you're playing more 2 high now. There's 2 safeties. Most of them are rotating down and all that stuff. So the positional value in the league is just switched so much in the past 10 years, bro. If you want me to be completely honest with you, it's crazy how much it's switched over the last couple of years.
Oh, it's true. That's a lot right there, bro.
It's a lot, man.
That's a lot.
I had to get that off my chest.
Nah, you definitely had to, bro.
Mm-hmm. I got a lot of questions. Why ain't there any running backs in these first round mocks? Well, because nobody cares about them anymore, man. I don't know why.
Honestly, who really needs like desperately needs a running back?
The Buffalo Bills.
I don't think it's desperate to. Well, I mean,
Bills.
okay. For the 20, they got 25th or 26th, right?
25th.
25th for the 25th. Maybe. I mean,
I still don't have a pick on one.
I mean, I'm still not, but I'm still not wasting. I want to say waste, but I'm not gonna draft that 26th that pick or 25.
Because I just think not that running backs don't matter, because a good running back changes the outlook of your offense. and all the positions matter to a certain extent. But you can get away with a lot more things with with a mediocre running back than you could with, let's say, a mediocre left guard or a mediocre defensive end. You know what I'm saying? Like Eric just said, no name running backs blow up every year.
Yeah.
Nobody knew who the hell James Robinson was a few years ago. He led the league in rushing his rookie year for the Jaguars. Like, that happens. Oh, Kareem Hunt was a fourth, fifth round draft pick. He went to Toledo, dude. He was one of the best running backs in the league for a few years. You know what I'm saying? Before his incident and stuff, he's still one of the best running backs in the league. So it's mostly for linebackers, safeties, and running backs because the premium positions are quarterback, tackle, edge. I think is probably going to switch more to wide receiver now as well. And basically, all the premium positions are the ones that affect the passing game now. Basically, that's what switched. Back in 2006, if you didn't affect the run, what the hell am I drafting you early for? You know what I'm saying? If you don't affect the pass game, you're more than likely not gonna be a high first round pick. Now you got your guys like Vita Vea and Jordan Davis and stuff like that are kind of break the mold and stuff like that. But for the most part, guys just not get drafted out.
I have a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's a more valuable position? Your D tackle or actually no, my bad, not D tackle. Your wide receiver or your corner. What's more important?
As soon as you said D tackle, I was going to count it out, nigga.
Yeah, I know. My bad.
Wide receiver.
Your wide receiver or your corner. Who's more important on your team?
Wide receiver.
Yeah, wide receiver. Because first of all, getting a good corner is already hard as it is. So the fact that it is so hard to do is like literally probably like the hardest position in the league. So
oh yeah, it is. That corner and quarterback too.
So you got to automatically put that into consideration. If I pick this cornerback, he probably won't be elite. He probably won't be good. So, but a receiver, they coming through a dime a dozen at this point, man. You can get a decent receiver. It's important that you have a group of decent receivers. You cannot settle for a bad receiver at all these days.
They're too valuable, man. Everybody used to say, "Oh man, they all this college stuff that's coming to the league ain't gonna last." Shit, boy. They got them wide receivers in space and said, "Oh damn, they're good." Like corners are still a valuable position because if you have a good corner that can stay attached and that is smart, instinctual, that matters. But the athletes and the level of precision and creativity in these offenses is just overtaking these guys, man. Like, it's just defenses are going to adjust and it'll kind of balance itself out again in the next couple of years. But right now, just think about let's go back to 2017. Look at the wide receiver talent that has entered the league. These guys are unguardable. Like, you can't guard it. Jalen Ramsey was getting his lunch money took by a rookie in the Super Bowl. Jalen Ramsey, who is universally recognized as the best corner in football, was getting his lunch money took by 21-year-old Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
That's just what it is now, bro. It's just what it is now. And it's not that the corners aren't good. I just think drafting them really high isn't to your benefit anymore because unless he is Jalen damn Ramsey, you could have got not the same level of talent, but you could have got a couple good corners at 24, at 57, at 72. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just what it is, man. The positional values corners is going down, and I think safeties are going up. Mm-hmm. Because safeties, especially because teams are running with bigger slot receivers now, you can't have small slot corners out there, man. You just can't do it. Like, y'all know how much I love Marcus Jones, man, from Houston. I love Marcus Jones. Could you imagine Marcus Jones guarding 6'2", 210 Cooper Kupp? Come on, man. It's just not gonna happen. That's why safeties are becoming more valuable because they're bigger bodied. And since teams are putting bigger bodies in the slot, or offenses are putting bigger bodies in the slot, you got to match up with that.
Got you. I got you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely got you. Don, you got anything else you want to chime in right there, bro?
No, that's it. I had to talk about how important them damn receivers be, boy. And you
You
finna
need
see a
'em.
lot of them go in the first round of this draft.
You need minimum three good ones, minimum. And I'd say you need to keep five of them. Five that you could be like, okay, if they're my wide receiver three, I'll be okay. That's how important they are now, bro. Dead ass.
I definitely feel you, bro. All right, last topic of the night. Dive into the top 5 players of this NFL draft, yo.
Mhm.
Everybody going to list off, not in any particular order, I will say that, but their top 5 players who they think are the best 5 players in this draft, and then also a list of 5 players who they think are their personal 5 favorite players. Let's kick it off with the best, who we think are the best 5 individuals in this 2022 in the NFL draft.
I'm listening, Donald.
All right, so my number one, uh, kind of go hand in hand, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Evan Neal as the number one best player in the draft for me. He every time I see Evan Neal, I really don't really see a weakness in his game. I feel like he's the safest pick, but he's a tackle. Some people don't like fat people, so there's that. Uh, Number two, I have Kyle Hamilton. I'm still very much high on Kyle Hamilton, even though he's not as athletic as you people want him to be. I'm gonna get a news flash for you guys. A lot of these safeties aren't. They're not cornerbacks. They're safeties. So
He's 6'4", 220, and everybody was like, God damn it, he didn't run a 4.3. Like, what, bro? Come on, man.
how many safeties truly run a 4.3? To be honest.
Not how many safeties, how many 6'4", 220 niggas running that fast?
Yeah. So
Like, come on, bro.
Exactly.
I cut it out. Kyle Hamilton's second best. My third best is Derek Stingley. Injuries aside, talent wise.
Damn it, Don. You got the same top 3 as me, yo.
Take the injuries out. Nah, we will. All right. So, but take the injuries out. Derek Stingley really was a top 5 player. So,
he was top 1.
so
that nigga was like that.
Derek Stingley's up there, man. And I'm glad the pro day helped his stock go back up because people's forgetting Derek Stingley is athletic as shit, man.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy. It's beautiful to watch. Number 4, I got Aiden Hutchinson. I think a lot of people are underestimating his athleticism because, first of all, he's strong as hell. He's quicker than people think. Now, I think he's another safe edge rusher because he has that balance. He's a great pass rusher, and he's good at stopping the run. So I feel like he's a safe edge, but, athletic traits is taking over right now. So you might see him dropping. That's just how it is. My 5th one is Icky. At first, I wasn't really high on Icky being like one of the best players. I think that he was just a run blocker. The more I watched the tape, it's like he could be something special. A lot of people have him better than Evan Neal. I don't see it, but a lot of people do. So I have Icky right there at number 5, and his upside is amazing. So
Okay.
Greatly.
I didn't go in particular order. I'm just gonna name off my 5 guys.
Cool.
Me and Don relatively have the same list except one player. I had Evan Neal. I did have Kyle Hamilton. I did have Icky, and I did have Aiden Hutchinson. I forgot who the other person that you had, Don, but the person that separates us is my wide receiver 1.
that's disgusting.
It's my wide receiver 1.
Good God, that's disgusting.
My wide receiver 1, Mr. Drake London.
Oh God.
And he's staying in that junk. I don't care what y'all say.
Hey, okay, that's your world.
The brother offers you a lot of different things, brother. He's 6'4", 215, line up anywhere on the fucking field. Before he got hurt, was leading the FBS. I said FBS, the FCS. Oh, well, it is the FBS, right? FBS, FBS. My bad. Yeah, leading the FBS in yards and touchdowns at the wide receiver. And just based off of what he can offer you, and not only being wide receiver 1 in the draft, but based off what he can offer you and your team, I feel like he's definitely one of the most talented players. Well, top 5 talented players in this draft class, if he can pan out to the right team. So yeah, not even if he can pan out to the right team. I think he could potentially be a beast wherever he go, just because of his size and what he can do on the field, and you can line him up anywhere.
Well, we all relatively have a a pretty similar top five. But I don't have Aiden Hutchinson in mind. Like y'all know my edge one is Jermaine Johnson, and he's not even in my top five.
Mhm.
In order, I got Big Evan Neal. It's my guy. It's been my guy forever. You know what I'm saying? He's
Mm-hmm.
played four positions on the line. Only position he ain't played is center. You know what I'm saying? I think he has to get better in pass protection. He's not as he's very athletic, but he's not as fleet of foot as you would want at a left tackle. But his athleticism is off the charts, man. So I think you get him in the right system and the right coaching, he'll be fine. Two, I have Kyle Hamilton. I did have Kyle Hamilton at number one, um,
I changed
basically
it.
throughout the whole year. But
Yeah.
Evan Neal's special, man. But I still got Kyle Hamilton. He doesn't need to be 4-4-4-3 fast because he already knows what's coming. He's there before you know what's coming. Like, come
Yeah.
on, bro. He's
Brother
that
solid.
good. He's that good. My three, and it really pains me to say this about an LSU guy, but Derek Stingley, man. I mean, I don't we I don't put injuries into my how I rank players. Where they get drafted is different though. Like without the injuries, Derek Stingley is he's elite, truly elite. He hasn't had a season like he did in 2019. You know what I'm saying? He was damn near the best player in football. And he was the best player on LSU on a team with Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow. That's how good he was in 2019. No, he had the Liz Frank injury. He opted out, but his tape wasn't bad. Like it wasn't 2019 good, but you're probably never going to see somebody be that good at corner as a freshman ever again. So
Yeah.
he's three. My four is Drake London. Um, Drake is him, bro. I tried to tell folks when I actually broke down his tape and actually finally got to all 22 from my plug. He gets open. Like, I don't want to hear he's 6'4, 215. He's not really a separator. Watch him all 22, bro. He
Mhm.
gets open. He's not getting open like how somebody like Jerry Judy would. He's not this herky jerky kind of route runner, but he
Exactly.
gets open. Like he gets open all the time. Most of the contested catches you saw were because Keaton Slovis stinks. That's why he had so many contested catches. Because a lot of them, people don't know the distinction for real. But he was jumping like he wasn't jumping forward to like reach out for a ball. He was jumping straight up in the air, which basically means he had to stop for the ball and wait for it a little bit. So I got Drake London, and five for me was Icky, but I had some thoughts about putting JMO or Jermaine Johnson in there. But I think that Icky's such a good run blocker. Like he's not just a good blocker. He's a dominant run blocker. He's picking in the ACC. It's not the best conference in the world. You know what I'm saying? But he's displacing dudes like lifting feet off the ground, putting niggas in the bench in the bleachers. He is dominant out there. So those are my top five. I had, like I said, I could have put Jermaine in there. I could have put Jamison Williams in there. Uh, I don't think I gave Sauce too much consideration. Uh,
I didn't.
I'm trying to think who else I could have put in there. That's probably it, man. So that's my top five right there. Neil Hamilton, Stingley, London, Icky.
That's all. I respect that.
In order.
I respect all that.
You know what I'm saying?
Who your top five personal?
Oh, okay. Jamison Williams is my personal favorite. That is a guy, god damn it. Roll Tide. But yeah, J-Mo's my guy, man. He has crazy speed, crazy long speed. My second, well, I don't even put these in order for real, except for
Yeah, I ain't
J-Mo.
got no order.
Everybody else is just right there. Marcus Jones, corner from Houston. I've
Mhm.
loved Marcus Jones since the draft process started. He's the best kick returner / punt returner in the nation. He's like 5'8", a buck 85, but he's physical, great man corner, great ball skills. He's going to be a player. He's somebody going to draft him in the middle of the third round and get an instant starter. Then I have Jermaine Johnson from Florida State. My edge one of my favorite players. Drake London is also in this. And then I got Maryland's own Josh Pascal from Kentucky. He's more of a disruptive. He's not going to get a lot of stats in the league probably, but he's a interior defensive lineman that can play edge because of how he can bend. He's not like, when I say bend, I don't mean like Von Miller type, put your damn ankles on the ground bend, but he can bend for a guy his size. He's very disruptive, really strong bull rusher, elite run defender. And when he hits people, I feel it through the computer screen. That shit look like it hurt.
Like
I really like that shit. I feel that in my soul. Like, God damn, poor running back. But yeah, Josh Pascal, my top 5.
Mine's, I would say my number one for sure is Kayvon Thibodeau. Okay. I don't care what it is. I love that nigga, man. Listen, I do like that man. I feel like the way people talk about Trayvon Walker's upside, I truly feel like Kayvon got that upside. He could be a Pro Bowler every year. So that's how high I am on Kayvon. Number 2 would be Derek Stingley again, because that talent I've seen at cornerback, I haven't seen that in a while, brother. So that sticks to me. My number 3 would be Garrett Wilson, even though he played at that other school in Ohio. I think he's gonna be a problem. Every time I watch his film, I'm glued to it every single time. So Garrett Wilson at 3. 4 and 5 gonna be my Penn State boys. Of course, number 4 gonna be Jahan Dotson. He does it all. He does everything. The only problem is his height. That's the only thing I see as the issue. Number 5 is going to be Jaquan Brisker. Brisker was the unit. He was the rock to our Penn State defense. I think he can cover. He damn sure hit. You can put him in the box. You can put him at nickel. It don't matter.
Good player.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I fell off the Sauce Gardner train, man. I'm be honest. I did.
I rep Sauce. Because that's my guy, man.
Off the Sauce train. I get it.
Where my list at? Man, my top 5 personal. 2 of my top 5 was in my other top 5. You already know I love the 6'4" light skinned guys, man. The Kyle Hamilton and the Drake London. I love those 2 guys, man. Those are my 2 draft crushes. I ain't gonna hold you. My other 3 guys, I got the 2 Johnsons in my top 5 also.
2 really of them. Jermaine.
Yeah.
Don't say the other one. Hold up, Jermaine. God damn, I'm missing another.
You'll be very surprised.
Zion. There we go.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, when we talk about I really fuck with Zion. I like what he can bring you, bro. He's a guy that can play literally anywhere on the line. He can win anywhere on the line. I really appreciate that. I feel like that's really undervalued. And my number 5 guy was wide receiver 1 last year, and I think he's gonna have I think he's gonna have a very good NFL career, and that's George Pickens.
George Pickens,
Mr. George Pickens. Not a fan of UGA guys too much, but I like George Pickens. I like his game, man.
Yeah, he brings an aggressiveness and a feistiness to the wide receiver position that I like. Love to see a guy punch another man in his face while he got a helmet on. You love to see that.
Real like evil Hines Ward vibes.
Yeah, real Plaxico Burress-esque.
With the Georgia too. See,
yes sir. Yes sir.
Yeah, I like Pickens though, man.
I believe that's a pod.
That is the pod.
That is the pod.
That is the entire thing. But don't y'all worry. We'll be back with another episode this week. Don't worry. Because it's draft week. God damn it. It is draft week. So get ready, everybody. Because your team's going to disappoint you in some shape or fashion. Don't matter if it's round 1 or round 6. You're going to get mad. So just be ready, guys.
Yeah, man. Stu, tell them what you got to tell them, yo.
Man, I love y'all. Everybody be safe. We missed y'all, man.
I'm Don.
I don't miss y'all.
Okay.
I bet we'll see y'all Wednesday or Thursday right before the draft We have a little special sneak peek of a mock draft for y'all. Not even a
A
little sneak peek,
disappointment.
but yeah, a little mock draft for y'all. We're gonna have that out. Shout out to Drew. Shout out to all Drew and them boys.
Shout out to Chris Edwards, yo.
What did he do?
And shout out Chris, man.
What the hell he do?
He's a guy. He's a good guy, man.
Man, nah, man. He don't bang with me.
Shout out my boy Leo. Shout out Kyle. Shout out Eric Kareem. Shout out Reg, of course.
He gonna shout out Drew.
Oh no, shout out Justin. Shout out Justin on the new crib. Yeah.
Hey, shout out Justin.
Nah.
Shout out GBG Proc, GBG Elo.
Shout out Big Kareem.
Hey.
Shout out
Trippy Trey.
Trippy Trey. Shout out Rav. Call me Rav.
Rav. Call me Goat. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out all of them, man.
Shout out the troops.
Oh yeah, and the troops.
Yeah, there we go. Especially Leo now.
Yeah, damn.
Got this camo for a reason.
Okay, all right.
Hey, yeah, you see it.
Yeah.
Where you at, Stu?
Where you at, Stu? He ain't supporting the troops.
You know I don't support no troops. Are you kidding me?
Man, we out this joint, bro.